Welcome back to the Revenue Growth video series. I'm Alex Goldfayn. This is the world of revenue growth. Let's talk about the revenue growth equation. There are three variables. Number one, it is the customer, the who. Who are we selling and marketing and communicating to? The second variable is the product or the service. That's the what. So this is your stuff. This is what they're buying. And the third variable is probably the most important one, and that is the communication, which is the how. How do we tell the first variable, the customer, about the second variable, the product or the service? So we have the customer, the product or service, and the communication. These are your three variables. You need all three, and they all add up to equal revenue growth. Now, let's talk briefly about each. The customer must consist of customers who are buying from you already. For so many companies, this is the vast majority of who you sell to. More on this in another video. But it must also be made up of prospects, people you're not selling to yet. And too many companies overlook prospects. The product or the service, that is what they're buying. And the thing to do there is ask the did you know question so that they start to know about more of the products and services they can buy from you. Today, the average conscious awareness of all that a customer can buy is about 20%. That's across all companies and across all industries. That's the average that I found. And finally, the communication is the 23 techniques that are in here. And all of these techniques that we talk about every week and all of these approaches that I teach, the systematic communication is staying in front of your customer or prospect regularly, constantly, so that you're not trying to reach them at the exact moment that they have an itch, but rather you give them a back scratcher and you lay it on their desk. And every time you communicate to them, you remind them that this back scratcher is here, so that when the itch comes, they simply pick it up off of their desk and scratch it by buying from you. The customer, the product or the service, and the communication. We need all three. Thank you for watching. I'm Alex Goldfayn.